I'm not going to come on here and say that I'm completely perfect and that these methods and habits will help you. But I want to share the habits that I practice every single day that help my mentality, my mental health, and my mindset. And hopefully it may also help you too. But what I do believe is if you practice these good habits daily, if possible, I do believe that you'll have a different perspective of life and yourself, and hopefully you will find peace in doing them, because I believe that I have found peace and I've become the best version of myself because I have practiced these, and it's not been forced. It's all come naturally. The first good habit that I'm going to share with you that I practice every single day, and I think it's important to practice it daily, is gratitude. This has made me feel the most grounded and humble, because it's a practice that reminds you every single time you do it what you have, who you are as a person in that present moment. And I believe staying in the present is the most important. Let's use this as an example. Everybody watching right now, I can guarantee, and including myself, I can guarantee that everyone has goals, everyone has dreams, and we are all pushing to achieve that goal or that dream. You know, you want the perfect body, you want to make this amount of money, you want to travel to this specific place, you want to start a business. But in doing this and having this drive, which I think is good, it's good to have passion and it's good to have that drive, but I think you forget about what you have here, what you have in this current present moment. And that is something that I've tried to avoid. I've done it many a time. You know, I'm like, oh, I really want this. I want to achieve this. Why am I not achieving this? And then I forgot about what's happening here. There's been certain events or situations that's remind me and gone, oh, actually, I've got this. I've got a roof over my head. I've just been hit with an acorn. That was insane. Anyway, we're going to keep rolling. I have a roof over my head. I have a loving family. I have running water. I have clean food. You know, I have a beautiful girlfriend. You sometimes can forget these really important things when you are driving and when you're going and when you're pushing for something. Don't get me wrong. Don't ever lose that drive and don't ever lose that passion. But always come back to this. Come back to what you have, who you are in this present moment. So that is something I've practiced every day. And yeah, it's made me feel the most grounded, and also it makes me appreciate things in the present way more. So yeah, definitely start practicing it, because it's a really nice feeling when you look within and what you have in the present. The next one that I want to share with you is a personal choice, and I don't believe that you need to do this, but I do believe it's more beneficial doing it, which is quitting alcohol and smoking. I believe these two habits are hard to quit, and I think in the society that we live in is everywhere. Like, it's pushed at you, especially in the UK. When you turn 18, oh, let's go hit the clubs, let's go pubbing, let's go get a drink, and let's go smoke. And I believe that, from me personally quitting that, I feel more focused, I feel more at peace, I feel more in control of my thoughts, my emotions, and my body. And I believe that my health has improved since as well. I wasn't an alcoholic and I didn't smoke like on a regular basis, but I still indulged in these activities. When I took this away, I realized, oh my God, I feel so much better. My mindset is better, my health is better, and my life is better. So for me, it's more of a personal choice, of course, but I believe that since me quitting, and I've had people around me also quit, they have also said that it's better that they have done that. It's a personal one, and if you believe that you can continue your life and be the best version of yourself while doing them, continue. If you think that you need to change and try and quit, then I highly recommend it. And just to add on the drinking and smoking, I believe that when you do indulge in drinking and smoking, you can fall into the wrong crowds, you can fall into the wrong events, you can be someone who you're not, because alcohol gives you that courage, doesn't it? That liquid courage to be a different version of you, sometimes for the better. You know, sometimes, for example, if someone's not so confident, it can bring their confidence out, and which is great, because that can bring them out of their shell. And I believe that probably happened to me when I started drinking, because I wasn't a very confident person, but alcohol brought me out of my shell, and then I realized, oh, let me just get out of the shell even more, and I don't need alcohol to be confident anymore. So I think it can be a good and a bad, but I do believe that being in the presence of alcohol can lead to more negative than positive, but you can also have a great time. And I'm not about to come on here and preach like stop drinking. I'm not saying that, and I'm not trying to influence people to do that. I'm just saying from a personal perspective and my life choices, I believe that it is the better option for me. May not be for you, but it is for me. The next good habit that I like to share is balanced diet. You know, I think in life, one of life's pleasures, let's say, is food and drink. Me personally, I'm very lucky and privileged to be able to get any sort of food and drink that I want. And I believe that it's a good that we have that, and it's also a bad. Let's do the bad first. I think bad is you can overeat, you can excessively eat, you can eat all these bad foods that aren't good for your body, and then health issues happen. But the good is food is so nice. Every single bit of food is so nice, and it's such a privilege to be able to have nice food. So the reason I've put this is I want to talk about dieting. It's good to have a strict diet, and it's good to be healthy and eat all the good foods that your body likes. But I also think it's nice to also eat the bad foods, because once again, it gives you that comfort of having that chocolate bar or having that fizzy drink, because you feel like, oh, nice, I like this food. I know it's not good for me, but I really like this food. So I believe that if you can combine both of them, be strict and look after your body, you know, exercise, which we'll get to, and eat cleanly, because your body needs that. Otherwise, you're going to have health issues. But also have the chocolates, have the sweets, have the cakes, have the fizzy drinks, because why should you have to miss out? If it's here and it's accessible, I don't want to miss out. You know, I want to go out and eat like a buffet of food and then have a dessert after that and have a milkshake on top of that, you know? It's all about finding the balance for your life and your personal life. If you believe that a strict diet, you know, a clean, strict diet is the best diet for you, and that makes you the most happy, that makes your body feel the best, it's more beneficial for you, cool, do that. I'm not about to say the unhealthy diet, because I don't advise that at all. But I think you can either have a nice strict diet where it's all clean and it's good food for your body, or you have a balanced diet where you can enjoy both, because you don't want to miss out, and you want to have the bad foods because, like I said, it's comfort, but then you want to just look after your body at the same time. So for me personally, a balanced diet. For me as well, if we're talking like results, because obviously I like to exercise, which we're going to get into anyway, I have actually low-key found better results for me when I've had a balanced diet. And when I mean a balanced diet, I don't mean, I work out in the gym and then I go have a whole carrot cake. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more days in the week I eat clean, and then the other days in the week I eat unhealthy, because I'm allowed to. And I'm in a lucky and a great position where I'm healthy and my body can tolerate it. It will obviously change, over time, because you need to look after your body. But balanced diet for me is the best diet. And I'm very happy with it, because I can have chocolate, sweets, fizzy drinks, and I can also eat clean. Do what's best for you and have a balanced diet. I've mentioned it quite a few times within this video already, but the next good habit I'd like to share is exercise. And this is going to be nice and simple. I think we all know this. We're not stupid. I believe just exercise in general is just overall good, and I don't see any negative towards it in the slightest. And I'm not just saying gym. I believe that if you can do any sort of form of exercise, that can be walking, that can be running, that could be being in the gym and working out, that could be any sort of sports activity, I believe it's so beneficial for you that why wouldn't you do it? And it doesn't matter what form of exercise you do, any of them are going to help. Whether you walk in a forest walk and you go on a little trail, or you go for a run along the seafront, or you go to the gym for half hour up to an hour and a half, or you, I don't know, play basketball, play football, no matter what, one of those activities will help you mentally and physically. Of course, if you do it the correct way and don't get injured and don't overstrain yourself. But I just don't understand why people wouldn't, because it's so good for your mental health and it's so good for your body's health. There's so many benefits to exercise, and it doesn't matter what form you do, just do it. Okay, there is way more benefits than negatives, so just do that. This next one that I'm going to share with you is an interesting one, and I think that some people won't agree with, because they may not understand where I'm coming from. So I'm going to try and explain it the best I possibly can. And the next good habit that I'm going to share is turning a negative into a positive. And I'm going to explain on that deeper. And I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. Not every single negative you can turn into a positive. That's just life. Sometimes you just need life to throw you these negatives and you have to just deal with them, and then you've got to move forward and you can't turn it into a positive. I'm not saying it's a perfect world, because it's not. Life will life, and that is it. But I believe that there is certain situations, and I'm going to try and think of some on the top of my head, but I believe that there is some situations that are negative you can turn into a positive. And the reason I believe you should do this is because if you take every single thing in life and you see it in a negative way, you're going to have a negative life, and you won't ever see how life should be seen. And I'm not trying to paint you this perfect image of, oh yeah, life is so positive, it's full of fairies, it's great, because it's not. Life is real, and that's how it is. But you can't be stuck in a negative way of thinking all the time, because like I said, you'll have a negative life. Let's use an example of being demoted at work, right? I haven't personally gone through this, but I'm just using it as an example. So let's say you get demoted from work and you believe it's unfair that this has happened. You know, you've put all these years into the business, you think you're a good worker and you shouldn't have had this happen. Okay, how can we turn this negative situation and see it as a positive? For me, how I would see it is, okay, maybe the demotion was because I wasn't doing well enough to be in that role. And let's say that role was eating up all my time. So let's say you had to dump like 60 hours a week into it, and you had no time for anything else, but you just loved doing it. You put everything into it, and that was your life. Now you've got this demotion. All of a sudden you have this free time. All this free time that you've always wanted. All this free time to go off and do stuff that you actually enjoy and not just be stuck solely at our workplace. So you see how I've turned it a negative into a positive? And that's just one example. Let's say you get injured from the gym, okay? We've all been injured in the gym. How frustrating is it? It's very frustrating, because you can't do anything about it. And you feel like, oh, this is so annoying. I can't get back in the gym. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's frustrating, right? How can I turn this negative into a positive? Well, maybe you needed this rest right now. Maybe you were straining your body too hard. Obviously, you must have, because now you've got this injury. So this will be a lesson to be like, right, I don't need to go as hard, because I'm going to just injure myself again and be in this position again. So sometimes you can see these negatives as a lesson, as a learning curve, which can turn into a positive. And that is what I believe we should do. And I do it quite a lot. I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I just see it as a negative and I'm in that negative mood and I can't change that. But majority of the time I try and change a negative into a positive. Okay, how can I learn from this and never do this again? Okay, what can I do next time to improve so then I don't do this again? Or, okay, this is negative. Cool. Don't like it. Not feeling great about this. All right, let's move forward and try and think positively about something else. So try it. That's all I'm saying. Try it. With these habits, all I'm saying is just try it and see if it works for you. Another good habit that I've sort of mentioned, but I just want to talk about it a bit more, is something that I do quite a lot, especially recently. It's something so simple and so easy to do that we can all do on a day-to-day basis, and it will make you feel better. Because for me, I'm going to say it from a spiritual point of view, is I believe when I'm in nature, I feel energies. And I know that sounds crazy, oh, red flags, but I believe that I get energy from nature around me. But yeah, when you're out in nature and you go out for that nature walk or nature run, you being around nature will give you energy. It will feed you energy. You know, where do we get oxygen from? The trees all around us. Like, it does help you. It does help your body, and it helps your mind, because it helps you feel at peace. It helps you feel grounded while you're surrounded by nature. And it also is very eye-pleasing to look at. So then once again, it fills you with that happiness of like, oh, that's a nice view, or, oh, thank you, tree, and you hug the tree and it makes you feel good. So try it. Try and get out in nature more, especially if you live in the city. You know, you're surrounded by tall buildings and glass and flashing billboards to say, buy this, sale now. It's damaging. It's not good to look at that all the time. And screens aren't good to look at all the time too. Stop looking at your screen all the time. Get outside, go hug a tree, go sit on the grass, because it will make you feel better. And I am actually going to preach that to you, because I believe that is true. The last habit that I'm going to share with you is, once again, a more of a personal one, and I'm not preaching this to anyone. You are your own person. You are a free person. You can do and think whatever you like. But for me personally, and I'm just sharing this with you, is I believe praying to God helps me massively. I have always had a belief in my own version of God, and I do my own version of praying. And I believe it's got me to this position today and the person I am today because of God and being looked over by God and the angels. And you don't have to do this, but for me, it's a really good habit because it gives me that comfort of knowing that a greater power is looking over me and guiding me and protecting me, which I like, and it brings me comfort, and it also motivates me. It also motivates me knowing that I've got something behind me going, go on, I know you're going to do this, like do it. I'm right here behind you, keep going. Yeah, that's more of a personal one. Don't have to do that. But if you are religious, you may also agree with me. And I think it's just a nice feeling to know. And I like to pray, and I've done it since I was a kid, and it has helped me through life, and I'm truly grateful for God. So those were the good habits that I believe personally will help you. They have helped me in my life. They have helped me get to where I am today, how I think, how I act, who I am. And by all means, you don't have to do it. By all means, you don't even need to watch this video. But I wanted to share it because maybe it will help you. Maybe it will help you think a bit differently, or maybe it'll help you try and do a different thing. For example, go out in nature, exercise. Like, I'm doing this video because I believe it's good to share what has helped me that could potentially help you. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying every other video that I'm making currently. I hope you have a great and blessed rest of your day, morning, evening, and take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
Quiet on set.
Quiet on set. I'm not gonna come on here and say pause. Yo. Wish I was here for real.